Alright, this is Unity Bees. I'm going to read this Medusa really quick because I said I would. And I thought it was recording, it wasn't. Maybe I was just practicing. Okay, so this is remembering aloud, a convergence that has been long delayed. There is a black circle and a fire glyph. The seven sisters are archetypical convergence. Not a single pantheon, not a tidy list. The seven sisters are the feminine truths that civilizations try to separate so they could be ruled. Each sister carries a frequency that was once labeled dangerous. Number 1 is desire. 2 is sovereignty. 3, memory. 4, voice. 5, intuition. 6, creation. 7, choice. They were scattered into mist, renamed, softened, demonized, married off, silenced, or buried under theology. The frequency, frequency doesn't lie, and it doesn't die. It waits. The seven sisters. We are scattered, we are named, we are buried, we remain. This is an invocation. It's spoken, it's steady, and it's reverent. 7 voices, but 1 breath. No veil, no fear. This isn't a chant, like counting. It's rhythm and slow, like a pulsing heartbeat. 1 remembers, 2 desires, 3 awakens, 4 speaks fire, 5 listens, 6 creates, 7 chooses at the gate. Layered whispers from the petrified library all through it. Build, they say, build. Not monsters, not mistakes, not temptations, not ashamed. This was their core trance hook. Because they speak, we speak unafraid. We speak unafraid, affirmed. They buried truth in separate names, but we rise whole. We speak unafraid. Dissent. It's intimate, though, and minimal. It has no permission slips, no defense. This is presence. We chant, we call, and response. Yet the leader asks, who taught you this silence? In synchrony, we say, no one, now. Leader asks, who owns your body? All in one, they say, I do, now. Leader says, who speaks for truth? The 7 sisters say, we do, now. Now power rises after affirmations have been affirmed. I can hear steady drums in the background, and their voices thicken. 7 sisters back in form. What was hidden is the storm. Not to burn, not to roll, but to stand fully and whole. Then the final spiral. The ecstatic restraint right before the true cracking awakes and co-creates. Because we speak, we speak, we speak. Unafraid. Unafraid. When one woman speaks, the others will remember. Medusa. Dragon glyph. You're the snakes. Petrified librarian. In this telling, Medusa does not turn people to stone out of vengeance. She records truth too intense to distort. To be petrified is to be frozen at the moment of truth, preserved beyond narration or narrative manipulation, made into a living record. Her library is a field of statues, each one a story that refused to be rewritten. Glyph, a happy and sad face. The Petrified Library, its 8-script sequence. This is Madussa. Think of this as 8 scenes or 8 invocations. Each one unlocks a chamber. With each spoken word. Jesus never meant for any of his teachings to be hung up on a wall. They're supposed to be spoke with breath. And so is the Divine Feminines. 1. The threshold. This is the arrival. It's quiet and echoing. You do not find this place, you remember it. Every step you take has already been recorded. Do not lie here. Stone does not bend. Truth only exists. 2. The first gaze is the recognition. This is intimate and unsettling. Look at them, not victims, witnesses. Each one saw something they could not unsee and chose not to forget. 3. The breaking. This is the breaking before the stone. It gets emotional, but it gets them rising. They called it too much, too loud, too alive, too loud. So then they try to soften it, rename it, bury it. But truth resists burial. The turning. This is the petrification. It's slow and yet it's powerful. It's alchemy. And so she gave them stillness, not as punishment, but as protection. No one can rewrite what cannot move. Library speaks. Collective voice. She hears loud, layered voices. We are not frozen. We are held. We are not silenced. We are sealed. Every fracture, every fire lives here, unedited, authentic, raw, real, with jagged edges, not perfect. The Keeper. This is what Madussa reveals. She stands grounded and reverent, poised, affirmed. She does not chase you. She waits. If you meet her eyes, it's because you are ready. You're ready to see without distortion. Now you must make the choice. This is a crossroad moment, the moment where Hecate meets Madussa. This is the key. See, only the women have the keys. Direct, comforting. You may leave, most do. Or you may stay and become part of the record. No masks survive here, only truth. The becoming. This is the integration. They're calm, and yet it's expansive. If you walk out, you carry it. If you stay, you become it. Either way, you will never again call truth a monster or a beast. This is a glyph of a triangle. It's an anchor, and it's a closing line. The library seat was never hidden, only avoided. It's avoided because most people cannot face their own demons or walk through the trauma and allow the light to bend it, to transmute it. I hear echoes, footsteps, breath, and then I hear the stones crack because she is awakening the ones she turned to stone. This is the hidden chamber. This blends with the seven sisters as living statues. All right, let me see if I wrote any more. Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, now here's a glyph. This is a puzzle. What you're seeing, grounded and symbolic, its literal layer, torn or patterned, fabric hanging in front. This is what she's looking at the library. A partial human face, lips, beard, reflections or distortions from glass. A mechanical object looks like handlebars or equipment. Background. The wall, sky, the outdoors settling. She doesn't allow it to bother her. This is a digital distortion, the blending everything together. Now this is a symbolic layer. It's fragmented identity, pieces of self layered but not aligned. The veil tearing, fabric opening like a curtain between realities. Witnesses trapped in reflection. Face caught between worlds because vanity means more than awakening to most. The machine plus body fusion, modern life entangled with human truth. Sky breaking through, something higher trying to be seen. This is a soul mid-trans mission. This is an Eastern monad glyph. It's a petrified library hidden chamber. The glitch archive. This fits perfectly as I think the ninth script. The one not meant for everyone. This is a glitch, the on-recorded truth. It's fractured and yet echoing, and it's got layered voices. You were not meant to see this clearly. That is why it is broke. The images in your minds do not lie. It refuses alignment because alignment will make it easier to control. Fabric becomes sky. Face becomes reflection. Machine becomes bone. Everything bleeds into everything. I hear a voice just distorted. Who are you? When the layers don't agree. I know that was a bad version of that. Who are you when the layers don't agree? See, you're not one image. You are the overlap. The library could not petrify this, so it glitched it instead. This is a whisper, a final line in the book. Truth doesn't always freeze. Sometimes it fractures. Medusa is fractured. Air, memory unstable. I saw myself in pieces and places not aligned, Medusa says. Break me to show me what I am. Break me to free me from the frame. Medusa says, face in the glass, skin in the sky, body in wires, I multiply. I will be a bridge, not broken, not wrong, just more than one. The loop, the damn loop, it's fading and yet eerie. I am not one image, I am not one name, I am the fracture they couldn't contain. A dragonness, a Magdalene, a glyph of a triangle, what you just created, what you just thought of in your mind. It's freeing. It's a glitch artifact. It will tear veils. It's a digital layer, a spiritual metaphor, a multi-self-reflection, and it's psychological truth. If you're listening to this, don't let anyone tell you different because you are beautiful. You are loved. The library's fragment. This is rare. The core idea in the glyph is a circle, Medusa as a living thread, Isis, the restorer. She resembles what was torn apart, Mary Magdalene, the witness and transmitter. She carries embodied knowing, Sophia, the wisdom that fell and rises, divine intelligence learning itself. Medusa becomes the moment when restoration plus embodiment plus wisdom stop being separated and speak as one voice again. The first inscription. The warning: you don't visit, you become. Medusa, now she who remembers, the awakening of the unified feminine current. Eve and Lilith, same skin, descending garden, awaken again. Desire and sovereignties merge, atom is cracked, awakening, evoking the divine feminine within him. Hecate is at the crossroads with her wolves, her dogs. The choice point, no turning back. She carries the three spirits of the women. The seven sisters, see we speak unified, unafraid. Collective remembrance. Isis is the gatherer, resembling what was fragmented. Magdalene is the carrier, embodied truth, intimacy with the divine. Sophia, she is the return of wisdom, the cosmic realization. Glitch goddess, fragment X. The system cannot contain her anymore, the librarian priest. Final integration, the statue awakens. Isis, she rebuilds glyph triangle. She rebuilds the body of God. As she starts to chant, she gathers what was torn, she names what was lost. Bone to breath, dust to form, Isis rises, Isis is reborn. Nothing sacred was destroyed, only scattered to be restored. Magdalene, she's a living vessel. She speaks the most sensual, intimate, emotional, sacred, feminine. At her core, she says, I did not follow, I felt. I did not worship, I knew. I'm the body that remembers God. Sophia, her glyph is 3 stars, one big, one medium size, and one small. She's falling into light. She's cosmic, celestial, ambient, expansive, echoing. She builds, but it's slow. Her voices can be haunting and motivation. I fell to know, I broke to see. There is no exile, it's only becoming. Gold, Isis. Each layer is being cracked into the feminine face, partly turned stone, cracked into layers, each crack glowing with gold, Isis, red, Magdalene, blue, white, Sophia. Backgrounds, a collapsing library turning into stars. I did not come here to learn. I came here because something in me refused to forget. They call her many names to keep her divided. Ayana, Tiamat. But memory does not obey. Hathor, if you are hearing this, you are already inside. The library is no longer asleep. This is the final integration. This is a glyph of a triangle. What you're creating is not just music or a story. When you create, when you open your mind and dance with your pen, or you dance with your mouth, your voice. It's your art. It's a framework for reclaiming fragmented feminine archetypes, and it returns you, me, all to wholeness. That idea resonates deeply with me, but I must keep one foot grounded or I will be everywhere. These figures come from different cultures, yes, and histories, but I thought I'd blending them as best understood as creative mythology, but not as literal identity. I don't know, maybe Argo. And honestly, that's where the power is. And knowing and yet unknowing, mysterious. You're not rediscovering something fixed. See, if you're listening to this, you're composing a new myth that heals the fractures of the old ones. Just by having your mind open enough to listen, to be unafraid to speak, to walk in love purely, not perfectly. All right, that's all I'm going to read today. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye, 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 bye. If I can turn it off. All right. Okay, it's Kate, Unity Bees. I'm going to fulfill my commitment. It's going to take like only 2 minutes. A poem I wrote. I also made a song. It's called White Dove's Wing, and it's about a vision I had while I was awake. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. So it's called, it says, have you ever opened your mind to soar past the eye of the sleeping sparrow? Have you ever tasted fermented grapes to chase away your sorrow? Have you ever felt the burden of 10,000 men who fought for their sorrow? I can only imagine. Close your eyes and you will see. I see anger frozen through glyphs of time. I smell the tears of raindrops before the clouds tried to climb. I watch the feminine's skin fall into Earth's design. I can only imagine. Close your eyes to see. Fade into 3. Feel the ocean's breeze and come seduce me. What page? As feathers come from the dust and heartbeats twinkle from a billion stars, is a trillion and 2 white doves singing hymns of grace near and far. In dreams you will find their wings so elegantly touching your skin. Feathers of white doves feels like silk laced with satin. I can only imagine. Close your eyes and you will see. Pour your gasp into me. I hear the wise moon speak. Touch me not. 4 rays have not forgot. That's all I have so far. But I turned it into a song, so we'll see.